Okay, good day sa mga engineering students natin who are enrolled in BS Civil Engineering and Electrical Engineering. No? But again, pag Civil Engineering ka student, you have to dive in ng paulit-ulit sa Engineering Mechanics kasi yan ang foundation natin para sa karamihan ng major subjects sa Civil Engineering. Okay, so ang question number 2 actually galing din naman ito sa Engineering Mechanics by Ferdinand Singer. Okay, so basahin natin, no? Let's start. Now, number 2 says that determine the resultant of the concurrent forces as shown. So, kita natin muna yung given figure, may horizontal, no? Naka-blue, vertical axis, then naka-blue, and then yung forces natin, radian siya. How many? There are 5. Diba? May sarili silang direksyon. Okay? So, again, kaya nga, no, in solving problem, dapat kahatihan ta bang uno imbiyasa ta. Diba? Kasi we cannot follow instruction pag hindi mo naintindihan yung binasa mo. Okay, so ulitin ko, no? Determine the resultant of the concurrent forces. So dito muna tayo sa resultant. No, dito tayo sa concurrent forces. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng concurrent forces? Kasi may sinabi siya dyan, di ba? Determine the resultant of the concurrent forces. So dapat alam natin kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng concurrent forces. Okay, so ang concurrent forces class, if you look at the figure, how many forces meron tayo? Diba? Merong 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 1,000, and 3,000. Ang ibig sabihin ng concurrent forces, yung mga forces natin, no, meron siyang common point of intersection. So, yung common point of intersection yung common point of intersection ng mga 5 forces na is this one. Now, we can call this one, yung 5 forces na to, ang tawag sa kanila ay concurrent forces kasi meron siyang common point of intersection, di ba? Nag-intersect yung lahat ng forces sa isang point. O yun ang ibig sabihin ng concurrent forces. Okay ba tayo? Okay, ulitin ko ang tanong. Determine the resultant. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng resultant? Ano ang ibig sabihin ng resultant? Ang ibig sabihin class ng resultant is actually sum of all forces. I-include mo yung kanyang direction. Dalawa lang naman yan, no? Horizontal and vertical. Kung naka-incline man yan, ano gagawin natin? Kukunin natin yung kanyang horizontal component at saka vertical component. So, kung upward ang direction, positive, we assume, no? Then downward, negative. Rightward, positive. Leftward, negative for x-axis and y-axis. Okay? Now, para clear, no? Para clear kung ano. So, alam na natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng concurrent. So, dito tayo sa resultant, no? Para clear, taas ko muna. Resultant are. Paano natin maintindihan ang resultant are? Okay? Mag-set muna tayo ng ibang example, Okay? So, let's say, meron tayong palitan ko doon yung kulay. Yan. Yan. And then, red. Mayroon tayong force F dito. Diba? And then, the other one, dito na naman. That is concurrent forces yung dalawa na to. Yan. P. Okay. Okay, yan, no? Now, for example, para maintindihan natin in a clear way, ang ibig sabihin ng resultant, again, no? Ang ibig sabihin ng resultant is the sum of all forces, yung naka-horizontal and vertical, no? Kasi may plus and minus yun, no? Kasi pag naka-incline, hindi natin alam kung ano yan, positive ba yan, negative ba yan, di ba? So, ang gagawin natin, pag naka-incline ang forces, let's say force F, we have to resolve force F into component Di ba? Yung kanyang horizontal at saka yung kanyang vertical. And then, ganun din yung P. No? Yung P horizontal and also the vertical component of P. Okay? So, again, resultant is the sum of force F and force P. Yun na. Kung ang tanong niya ay resultant, we have to add force F and force P. Then include the sign. Kung positive or negative ba ang kanyang direction. Direction, no? Now, again, no, dapat i-resolve natin ito into component. So, ang F, okay, ganito. F, di ba? Ayan ang kanyang component vertical. You denote this one as Fy. And then, Fx. Yan. Di ba? Ganyan ang kanyang component. And then, of course, ang P, ganun din, di ba? Py. Okay. And then, Px, horizontal component. Yun na follow. So, makikita mo, naka-component na yung force F natin, no, into horizontal and vertical, Fy and Fx. Ganun din ang force P natin, naka-component din, Px and Py. Okay, so how will you solve for the resultant? Ano ibig sabihin ng resultant dyan? Again, no, we have to sum up force F and force P. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng resultant. Paano natin kunin yung sum ng dalawang forces? So again, pag naka-incline, no, hindi natin alam yung kanyang positive or negative. So dapat parang i-convert natin plus ang force F. We have to convert force F into component. Diba? Yung horizontal and vertical. Ganun din ang force Y. Ang force P. Convert din natin sa kanyang component Px and Py. Okay? So, assuming, para clear siya, assuming your Fx, let's say 5, okay? And then Fy mo is, let's say, 7, okay? Ang Py mo, let's say, 5, and then, ang Px mo, for example, let's say 2. Diba? Yan. Now, if you are combining, pag i-combine natin yung dalawang forces F and P, dapat naka-component yan siya. Diba? So, again, no? How will you combine P and F? So, i-combine mo yung kanyang, paano ba natin i-combine ang P at saka F? So, i-combine natin yung kanyang horizontal to horizontal component and then vertical to vertical. Then include the sign. Diba? Ganun. Ganun ang pag-combine. Hindi siya pwede i-combine yung X at saka yung X component niya at saka Y component niya. So, X to X component, Y to Y component. Horizontal component, no? Horizontal to horizontal component, vertical to vertical component. Kung ang force natin ay F, so i-combine natin ang Fx at saka Px, and then ang Fy, combine din natin pati yung Py. Okay, so yun na yung summation, no? Paano ba yan? Okay, so taas ko ng konti para clear ang ibig sabihin ng resultant. Okay, so sum, no? So that is actually summation. Summation, diba? Summation of Fx. Bakit naka-F ito? Okay, so palitan na natin ito, Palitan natin ang F into T, no? Into T. Sorry. Palitan natin ang F into T. Pwede ba yan? Okay. Sorry, no? Palitan ko yan, palitan ko. Para hindi magulo. Ayan. And then, connect. Okay. So, assume this one as force T. Of course, this one is Ty, and this one is Tx. Now, summation of forces X, diba? So, assuming, you have to assume rightward as positive, and leftward, of course, is negative. And then, dito din sa kabila, ano, summation of forces, y, and of course, upward, we assume as positive. Upward direction is positive, rightward is also positive. So, you cannot combine x and y, ha? I-combine lang natin ang x to x ng mga forces, y to y. Yun ang ibig sabihin, no? Kasi you cannot combine apple and orange. Dapat apple and apple, orange and orange. Diba? X and x. You cannot combine x and y. They are unlike terms. Okay. Now, summation of fx, meaning yung kanyang horizontal, isasum up natin lahat ng horizontal. Kung ilang forces man yan, kung lima man ang forces na, let's say yung sa given, so isasum up mo yung kanyang horizontal component. Can you follow? So ito, we just assume, no, dalawa, para maintindihan natin kung ano talaga ang ibig sabihin ng resultant. Okay, so summation of fx, no, assuming rightward direction is positive, so meaning that is equals to 5, and then ang px mo going leftward, so minus 2. Diba? So, your summation fx is equals to positive 3. Ito follow. Okay. So, yung horizontal component mo, ang horizontal components natin, na-combine na natin dito, di ba? Which is 3. Yan na rin yung resultant plus 4 horizontal component. Diba? Now, for vertical, sa vertical, so summation of fy, assume upward direction is positive, meaning equals, yan, 7 plus what? Plus 5, which is equals to how much? 13. Tama na ba? 12. Equals to positive 12. Ito na class, yung resultant sa vertical components natin. Dalawa lang naman ang forces, di ba? Example natin. Now, after that, so yan, na-combine na natin, yun ang ibig sabihin ng resultant. We have to combine lahat ng forces. Sum of all forces. So, meron na tayong fx, summation of fx, and summation of fy. Ibig sabihin, na-combine na natin dito, ibig sabihin dito sa summation fx, na-combine na natin lahat ng x component ng mga forces. At ibig sabihin dito sa fy, summation of fy, na-combine na natin lahat yung vertical component ng mga forces natin. Okay? Now, the next thing to do is ang drawing natin na ganito, draw ko ulit para clear. Ayan. Resultant pa tayo resultant. Diba? So, nandito kanina yung P mo, diba? Nandito kanina yung P mo, P, okay, force P. So, yung kanyang resultant, yan, magiging ganito na lang. Draw ulit ako. Sorry. Draw tayo ng x and y. Yan. Okay. Yung kanyang resultant, naka-horizontal and vertical. Pero na. Ayari-ari, oh. Diba? Naka-horizontal siya and vertical. So, ano ba yung horizontal fx natin? Positive 3. Meaning, ang summation fx mo is going rightward because that is positive 3. So, yung, balitan natin na. Ayan. This one will be your summation fx. Which is equals to positive 3. Diba? And then, ang vertical component niya, summation, dito siya. Diba? Kasi positive 12. So, nandito class ang positive 12. This is summation fy. Okay. So, yung fy, summation fy, kiniga, Ang summation Fy at saka summation Fx, yan na class ang ano, ang component ng resultant natin. Okay, so saan ba dyan ang resultant? No? Saan ba dito class ang resultant R? Okay, so nandito na yung resultant R. Diba? So, ayan. Okay, yan, no? Yan. So, nandito ang resultant R. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng resultant. Can you follow? Ayun ang ibig sabihin. So, ang direction na going upward. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin ng resultant. Summation Fx. Yan. Yung summation Fx, yan ang kanyang horizontal component. Yung summation Fy, yan ang kanyang ano? Ang kanyang vertical component. Naintindihan ba? Yung kanina, no, ito siya, no? Force T and force F. Kinuha natin ang kanyang resultant or i-combine natin ang force T at saka force F, naging ganito na siya. Naging ganito na. Okay? Naging ganito na siya. Diba? Naging ganito na siya. This is your resultant R. Okay, so combine T and P is equals to resultant R. Okay, can you follow? So, no, yun ang resultant. Ulitin natin go back to question. So, naintindihan natin ang resultant. Ito klase, yung ginawa natin in the traditional way, no? Parang okay, in a traditional way, ginawa natin yung every component ng forces. Diba? Yung kanyang horizontal at saka yung kanyang vertical. Now, using Caltech, we will not anymore convert, using Caltech, we will not anymore convert 3,000 into the component. Ang gawin na lang natin dyan is convert lang natin ito into polar form. Kasi di ba sabi ko, ang polar form, kung gusto mo makuha yung kanyang component, convert mo lang into rectangular form. Okay, can you follow? So, using Caltech, ang gagamitin natin ay calculator, no? Naka-complex. So, paano natin gawin? Using complex class sa calculator, dapat pag calculator ang ginamit natin, dapat ang reference kasi ng calculator is this one. Dito tayo mag-start, mag-rotate or mag-itong sin-angle niya. Okay, kung ganon ang direction, counterclockwise ang direction sa calculator pag counterclockwise is positive, pag clockwise negative. So sulat natin muna, no, using Caltech, using Calc, no, using Calc, ganon ang counting. Pero start tayo dito. Ang counting is positive. And then, pag dito naman, pareho lang naman yan. Ang counting natin ay negative angles. Okay. Now, using Caltech, paano natin gawin? Oh, sorry. Okay. We look at the figure. Diba? Yan. Determine the resultant. So, alam mo na kung ano ibig sabihin ng resultant of the concurrent forces. So, alam mo na kung ano ibig sabihin ng concurrent forces. So, determine the resultant of the concurrent forces as shown. So, resultant R. Saan ba pwede? Ito na. Kopyahin ko muna yung hindi magulo. Copy. And then, paste. Lagay ko dito. Right? Sana. Alright. Baba ko ng konti. Ayan. Dito. And then, ayan. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yan, no? So, ulitin natin ang tanong, no? Determine the resultant of the concurrent forces shown. So, as I said, no? Maiintindihan na natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng resultant, kung ano ibig sabihin na process. So, yung resultant, using calculator, no need for you to resolve into component. Di ba? Yung 300,000 natin, no, meron yan siyang vertical and horizontal. Yung 2,000, wala nang horizontal, vertical na lang, di ba? And then 4,000, meron din siyang horizontal and vertical. So, using Caltech, hindi na siya. We will just convert this one into polar form. No? So, ang reference ng calculator, pag ang calculator ginamit natin, pag ang calculator class ang ginamit natin, dito tayo mag-start, no, magbilang ng angles niya. Ng angle, dito, no? So, kung counterclockwise, makinig ka, using calculator, kung counterclockwise, pag ganun ang bilang mo, that is positive. Kung harap siya pababa, dito, no? Kung papunta sa baba, ang counting mo, that is negative. Ano, follow? Hindi pwede magbaliktad yan kasi ang gagamitan natin calculator, no? Merong reference, dito ang reference, then kung counterclockwise, positive, kung clockwise, ganon, pababa siya, that is negative angles. Okay? So now, ang tanong is, determine the resultant R. Paano natin gawin? Automatic, no? R, R is equals to, okay, unahin natin ang 2,000. 2,000 angle what? Okay, tingnan mo. Dito tayo magbilang, no? Dito, dito. Dito ang start natin. So, from 0 to 90 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, ang location ng 2,000 mo, naka-positive 90 degree. Diba? 90 degrees. Okay, kinafalo. And then, plus. Kasi resultant, no? You have to add. Saan yung plus? Okay. Plus what? Oh, plus 4,000 angle what? 4,000 angle. So, again, dito ako counterclockwise. Dito. S1. Diba? Papunta dito sa 4,000, how many degrees? Kasi yung straight mo is 180 minus 30 degrees. Ang naiwan dito, class, is 150. So, ang location ng 4,000 mo is positive 150 degree using calculator. Diba? 150 degrees. Ano pa? Plus 5,000. Ay, naku, ang 5,000 mo. Plus 5,000, no? Ang ilan, no? Hindi yan degrees, no? So, i-convert mo muna yan. Ganito ang gawin natin, no? Yan. Sorry. Okay. Ay, my goodness. Okay. And so, nandito ang 4, nandito ang 3. So, yung angle kailangan natin is this one. Diba? The same as this one, pareho lang. So, how will you get this one? This is your 4, this is your 3. Using complex pa rin, diba? Which is equals to, okay, set your calculator to complex. Ano ba yun? 4 plus 3i. Okay? 4 plus 3i. Equals, and then shift 2 and then 3. Yeah. Okay, so that is 5 angle 36.87. 5. If you assume this one as your S, side S, okay, so yung side S mo is equals to rectangular form 4 plus J3 pag polar form kasi ang kailangan mo is angle, no? 5 angle what? Angle 36.87, diba? Angle 36.87 degrees. Okay? So meaning plus, ang theta dito, this one is your 5. Diba? This one, ang angle dito is 36.87. The same thing with this one, diba? That is also 36.87 with the horizontal. So meaning, ang location ng 5,000 mo, diba, how much is this one? How much is this one? Sorry. This one is 36.87. So pag 36.87, dito na lang ako bilang, no? Dito ako magbilang. Follow? So going downward, meaning negative. Ito ang reference natin. Then going downward, so negative. Negative what? Negative. Saan may calculator natin? Negative 180, di ba? Minus what? Minus 36.87 equals 143.13. Diba? So, negative 143.13 degrees. Okay? Plus, ano pa? 1,000. No? 1,000 going downward. 1,000 angle what? Ito na lang ako mag-start magbilang, no? Yan, going downward, that is 90. Negative 90. And follow? Plus, sana. Dito na sa baba. Plus what? 3,000 angle. Dito, going downward, negative 30 degree. Okay? So, using calculator, i-pick ko muna para pwede na tayo mag-enter dyan sa calculator na. Actually class, for example dito, no, 2,000, dito no, 4,000 angle 150 degree, naka-polar form. Actually, component din naman ito, no, horizontal and vertical. Okay? Ito, naka-polar lang. Kung i-convert mo, parang nag-sum up din tayo ng horizontal to horizontal and vertical to vertical. Follow? Okay, so kaso lang dito naka-polar form na siya. This one already yung polar form natin is actually nandyan na yung kanyang horizontal component, nandyan na din yung kanyang vertical component. Okay, so using Caltech, again, set your calculator to complex. So 2,000. Your resultant R is 2,000 angle what? Oops. Sorry. Angle. Negative what? Positive, no? Positive 90 plus 4,000 angle 150. Diba? Ano pa? Plus 5,000 angle negative 143.13 degrees plus 1,000, diba? Angle negative 90 degrees plus 3,000 angle negative 30 degrees, then equals. So, yan. Okay, then SD. Yan. So, ang answer natin, class, is negative, no? Okay, go back to whiteboard. Ayan. Okay, so your R, ang resultant R natin is equals to what? Is equals to negative 4866, di ba? Minus J, di ba? J 1,500. Huh? Okay, so naka-rectangular form ang outcome sa calculator, no? So this one, class, ano ang 4866? Di ba? Nag-add tayo ng 2,000 angle 90 plus 4,000 angle 150 plus 5,000 angle negative 143. Yan, plus 1,000 angle negative 90 plus 3,000 angle negative 30. So, using calculator, your resultant R is equals to negative 4866 minus J 150. So, ang 4866, class, is actually the horizontal component of R. Di ba? And then, ang 1,500 is the vertical component of R. Okay, so ano kaya ang magnitude ng R, yung force R? So, we will just convert this one. We will just convert, no? I-convert lang natin ito into polar form. Okay? So, how? Shift, then 2, then press 3. Yan. Ito naman, SD. So, ano ang kanyang polar form? Okay, so that is, your R is 5091.97 angle negative 162. Okay, 0.87 degrees. Okay, now the magnitude of R is 5,091.97 angle negative 162.87 degrees. Now, saan banda kaya yung R natin? Di ba? Saan banda kaya yung R natin? Okay. So, we will try to graph yung R natin, no? This one. Ito. This one is rectangular form niya. The same thing, pati polar form, no? So, nasaan banda kaya yung R natin? Nasa first quadrant ba? Nasa second, nasa third, nasa fourth quadrant? Okay, so explain natin para clear. Taas ko lang ng konti. Okay, draw muna tayo ng X and Y. Okay, this one. Then, palitan natin ng red. Okay, so yung R natin, yung horizontal component niya, yung negative, class, referring lang yan sa direction at saka positive. So, yung R natin, na ang kanyang horizontal component ay negative. So, meaning, going leftward. So, papunta dito yung R mo. Yung horizontal component ng R. Diba? Papunta dito yan. O, yan. This will be your Rx, which is equals to what? 4866. Diba? So, wag mo na ilagay dyan ng negative, no? Kasi may direction na siya going leftward. Okay, next. Nasaan yung RY mo? Yung vertical component ng R. Ganun. Negative din, no? So, going downward. Diba? Going downward ang RY mo. Kasi negative siya. Negative what? 1,500. So, huwag mo na ilagay dyan ang negative kasi may direction na siya going downward. Nasaan kaya yung R? Nasaan yung R? Diba? Nasaan yung R? Between Rx, of course, between Rx and Ry. Diba? So, i-close mo yan. Sorry. Close natin yan, di ba? Close natin. So, nandito plus ang palitan ko gawin ko green. Nandito yung R mo, which is equals to what? 5,091.97 pounds. Okay? Okay. So, pag i-counter check natin class, di ba? Pag full or form, negative 162 siya. So, tama na, no? Galing ang counting ng calculator natin na binigay is negative 162, meaning going downward. No? Ito yung reference, di ba? Kasi calculator ang ginamit natin. Nandito yung reference, tapos ang binigay ay negative, so meaning going downward, which is 162.87 degrees. Paano? So, kung 162.87 degrees. Okay? Clear ba kayo, class? Clear? Now, extend ko ang explanation na. So, ano yan? Yan na yung resulta natin, no? 5,091.97 angle, negative 162.87 degrees. So, ayusin ko ang drawing ko. Ayusin natin ang figure, no? Sorry. Diba? Yan. Then, okay. So, nasaan kaya si R? Nandito si R. Diba? Ayan. Which is equals to 5,000. Ayan. Okay, 5,091, no? 5,091.97 pounds. Angle what? So, paano kunin yan? Subtract mo lang, 162.87. Diba? Ano yun? Okay, 180. Sorry. 180 minus 162.87 is equals to what? 17.13 degree. Okay, so 17.13 degree. Okay? So yan, no? Resultant R natin is 5,091.97 pounds. Okay. Now, kung magtanong ako, saan ang kanyang equilibrium force? Saan ang kanyang equilibrium force? Let's say, find also the equilibrium force. So, bago natin magkuha yung, di ba ito ang given? Saan na yan? Ito ang given. Kung may tanong siya na, kukunin daw natin ang equilibrium force, mangyari dyan, di ba? How many forces, concurrent forces meron tayo? 5, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ang gagawin natin, para makuha natin ang equilibrium force, we have to find first the resultant. Kung makuha na natin ang resultant, that's the time, no? We can locate, or we can solve for the equilibrium force. So, ang kanyang equilibrium, diretso mo lang, no? This one. So, sorry. Diretso lang natin, then, let's say, ang equilibrium force, Fe. This is equals to, cos what? Equals to also 591.97 angle 17.13 degrees. Okay, can you follow? Clear ba? Now, explain ko ng konti yung rotation ng angle. Napaka-importante kasi ang rotation ng angle. Ang rotation ng angle, depende din sa inyo class, no? Kung ano ang gagamitin nyo ba, yung clockwise ba or yung counterclockwise. Okay, yung clockwise ba or your counterclockwise. Pareho lang yun, no? So, assuming na nandito yung angle mo, nandito yung force mo, force F mo, okay, naka-incline siya ng 30 degree, di ba? So, using calculator, naka-complex, your F no? Pag naka-complex, that is positive 30 degrees. Is just the same class with F negative. Negative what? Negative 330. Di ba? Oh, pareho lang yan. No? Kung gusto mo mag-exhibition, ayaw mo ng shortcut na positive 30, ang ginawa natin dyan, nag-exhibition ka kasi gusto mo mag-exhibition, ang counting mo, going downward. Yan, di ba? O, yan. So, negative. That is negative 330. Bakit? 360 minus 30 degrees is 330. So, yung F angle positive 30 degrees is just the same as F angle negative 330 degrees. So, ito ang negative 330 Yan. So, nag-exhibition ka. Yun ang ginawa mo. But they are just the same. So, common sense, ang mas mainam class, mas maganda ang, eto na lang, gagawin natin, no? This one ang kukunin natin. Ito. Ito, F angle positive 30 degrees. Okay, so thank you for watching.